Hello, Taurus. It's your turn for your reading for the month of October. I hope you all are doing well. Um, just have the cards laid out here. I did pre-shuffle cards and things like that. Just make it easier like this. Alright, let's get into your reading, Taurus. Alright, so I feel like a lot of you have been needing to communicate. Like, not just communicate in your relationships. I feel like there's a really need to connect to people. Let's read the cards. So 8 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, the Magician, 3 of Swords, the Devil, 10 of Cups, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, Hierophant, and 10 of Wands and 2 of Cups. So I feel like there's a need to communicate to maybe a third party situation, maybe with people in general, because a lot of you guys like to be around people. But I feel like there's some guilt, maybe grieving within how to communicate more. Especially when it comes to your stability. So your stability may not be the greatest at this time, but I feel like you're working up the ladder. Either way, I'm feeling. But the need to, communicate, the need to let go of the grievance that you hold within relationships and to be more invested in those things instead of not, because I feel like for some time a lot of you have been having downtime, a lot of you have been in this contemplation of not investing so much. So I feel like there's a need to invest more into your relationships, or if you haven't, I feel like this is a good time to invest in friendships that are actually going to benefit you in the long run, because I feel like some of you have been caught up in friendships that really haven't been working for you, but I feel like there have been some people that have been showing up into your life just when you need to speak about concerns, about, and it's helping you understand that. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling like there's a blockage when it comes to clearly opening up. Maybe you're scared of losing something, maybe you're in lack of something when it comes to conflicts with relationships in general. Like, you want to open the floodgates, I'm feeling, but there's not an opportunity to do that. So I feel like you're in this place, Taurus, where a lot of you want to connect. A lot of you want to connect on that higher frequency of, things concerning relationships, spirituality. When it comes to, you've lost and gained things in your life. And I feel like it's time to stop living that kind of lifestyle. And I feel like a lot of you have been going internally about the things that aren't working for you. Especially a lot of these are reverse cards. Like, all of these are reverse. So I feel like you've been in contemplation of your relationships and where you want to invest next. I feel like there could possibly be an ending and a beginning of a relationship, and there's new things coming in for you. There could also be this reassessing the issues when it comes to love and regaining your balance and fully committing. Maybe some of you have your options open and you really haven't been committed and you're looking for love. Taurus is all about love. They're Venus, they know the ins and out of relationships, and they know the ins and out of what relationship looks like, because they are love, pretty much. They're very in touch with their feelings and their emotions. So I feel like you're trying to manifest something when it comes to either the same sound love that you have, but I feel like there's been the need of change, the need to reevaluate maybe a past connection, maybe past conflicts with other people within a dynamic. And I feel like there's a need to let those things go. And you've been doing a lot of work as it is of letting those things go, whether it's, family drama, whether it's people that don't really have your best interest, whether it's new love or new opportunities. I feel like all those old cycles are fading away and you're coming into a place where you're trying to manifest. But these are the other cards I was going to show more clearly for the month of October. So I feel like, Taurus, there's still things that you've been letting go. There's still things that you're dealing with on a very soul level base when it comes to, addictions, being set free from these things that bind you. I feel like ultimately the goal is to, help people, to assist people, to, be there for when people need you, especially your friends. But I think there's this need to release these things within a family dynamic, within yourself, the heartbreak, the pain, the problematic things in relationships, to cut through the bullshit. And I feel like you've been waking up to that. So yeah, you're working hard on letting go of things, laying down burdens that no longer work for you, and you're making up a choice on what you want. And some of you, like I said, haven't been very committed to relationships, committed to, investing in things. And I feel like you're learning through time in the month of October what you truly want to invest. Because maybe you haven't had the friends, maybe you haven't had certain people in your life, but I feel like people normally gravitate toward Taurus, so it's not a really problem. People are willing to open to you, but I feel like there's this need of, wanting to share your story, wanting to share your experiences with people. But you've gone through a lot of transformation. Let's see if we can get some clarification going on in your relationships or whatever may come out. So I'm going to pause the video real quick. All right, Taurus. Okay, this is what came out. So the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool card, and so I feel like this is what you've been doing pretty much for the last month, decade, and weeks. You've been in a period isolated, distant, and I feel like you're flourishing in the month of October when it comes to your finances, when it comes to manifesting the reality that you want. You took the inventory, you took the healing, you've done the work. Let's say you've done the work this few past months. So I feel like you're done hiding, you're done isolating, you're opening up to new clear communication. Things are coming to you as easy as you feel they should, but also too, you're still slow and steady when it comes to new ideas and new things, because you have a lot of ideas, I feel like, but you're cutting through the bullshit of things. I feel like you're becoming more and more real with yourself on what's okay and what's not okay. And I feel like a lot of you, they have to deal with your connections. And I feel like there has been this one person in particular, there could be many, on a soul level that have really helped you, I feel like, in some way, in clearing these blockages. You may know this person or this person's coming to you, but I feel like there's people here to assist you on getting out of this stuck energy, because I feel like the Hermit, it's been a journey. So I feel like you've been on this journey, whether it has to do with an upgrade, whether it has to do an upgrade on your finances, your wealth, but I feel like really good things are coming to you. It's just a matter of getting out of this mindset of, unworthiness, getting out of this mindset of this heartbreak that you've had in the past, cutting through the bullshit of things, being clear with your communication. I feel like that's important, especially, you don't want anybody, stabbing you in the back while you're trying to talk to them, or you feel like in any way that someone's using you or abusing you or your energy or something. You rather people be true and honest with you than, cover it up. And I feel like for some of you, not all of you, this is a general, you've maybe had some deceptions come up, maybe had some trickery, maybe gossip even. That's what came out last month. So you're clearing the way. I feel like you're clearing the bullshit. You're spring cleaning, spring chicken. You want to live a more productive life in all areas, finances. I mean, Taurus is about money, the materialistic things. What can you gain out of this life? What can you help? Who you can help? And I feel like you want to get out of this place of non-existence, isolation, and really start shining. I feel like you want to get out of hiding because you've been in hiding for so long. You want to start speaking your truth, and I think that's an indication. The King of Swords here, you want to step up, and I feel like you've been very good at that. And I feel like there are a few friends, maybe a few people that do have your best interests, and then watch for the people who don't. The people that want to destroy you, people that want to disrespect you, don't put up with them. It's not worth it. Be willing to step up and grab the bulls by the horns per se, and just truly go through your passions. Go to do those things that nobody is ought to think to do. But I feel like a lot of Taurus in general have been going through a lot of conflicting energies when it comes to people not liking what they do, people judging them, people not really understanding their story and what they can bring to the table. And I feel like there could be a few people watching you, Taurus, and the transformation that you're going through. They're very impressed. I'm one of them. I see you guys. I feel you. I have a good friend who's a Taurus, but we don't really talk on a regular basis. But I feel like just, this past few days, it's really opened my eyes to really, how Taurus are. You have a lot to share, you have a lot to give, you have a lot to learn from. And I feel like you want to learn from other people who are on the same path as you. It's just determining not to get in the bad cycle of, you want a connection with people, but at the same time, you don't want to be connected to people of the past. You want new, exciting things. But I feel like there's this need to connect on people that may not be good for you at the same time, but it's always a connection thing. So be careful who you associate with, Taurus. Be careful who you want to invest time and energy, because there's always going to be these vampires. There's always going to be people that use you and abuse you just because of your beautiful positivity. And watch out for the people who want to tear you down. Those who want to tear you down, those who want to criticize you, and they don't really get to know you like fully, don't worry about them. They're just there to, in the same form as you. They're in the shadow. They're not really into the light and understanding, the duality of the universe. And I feel like you guys are upgrading. You're leveling up to a higher conscious and a higher frequency, and I think it's blowing some people away because some people weren't ready for it, but I think you're ready to shine more. But just don't let people bog you down. I think that's been the biggest hiccup, is you're doing things because you want to, and you're not expecting people to understand or try to strategize, why is Taurus doing this, or why are they making a fool out of themselves. But you're doing things because you feel best. And I feel like you've got to the place, who cares what people think? It's so weird. But I'm there with you guys to support you along the way of your life. But yeah, you've this is going to be a good month for you. I really feel it. Anyways, step into your power, Taurus, and I feel like you'll do great. Bye-bye.